Who doesn't love a good comic book surprise? Hey there, today I have an unboxing video, and in this video I'm going to be opening a store exclusive order that I placed with Surprise Comics. Surprise Comics is located, oddly enough, in Surprise, Arizona. And a lot of times when you're looking for specific books or alternates or exclusives of a particular issue number, sometimes these online stores will have variants or store exclusives, and they just sort of linger out there. And I've mentioned this before. It's a really great opportunity when you're searching for cover A or cover B or the retailer incentive. A lot of times, if there's store exclusives on top of that key book, sometimes they get overlooked, or maybe they're just sort of overproduced sometimes, and then sort of forgotten because the supply is so plentiful. So go ahead and unbox this and show you. There's multiples, but there's essentially two books in this order, and one is of a new release, and one is of a recent release, but not brand new, that I happened to find on the Surprise Comics website. So let me open this and show you the books that I ordered. All right, here is that order that I placed with Surprise Comics, sent in a USPS priority mail envelope, and we'll go ahead and get this open. All right, very nicely packed order from Surprise Comics. Appreciate that. Looks like it came in a outer bag, one piece of tape, very nice. So this ended up being a 7-book order, but it's essentially two different books. So we'll talk about the first one first. This is Twig #1. This is the new series from Scotty Young, and got pretty good reviews, and there were quite a bit of variants, so there's incentives and so forth, but I really liked this cover that was a store exclusive to Surprise Comics. What they were offering was you could purchase this individually, or you could buy a 5-pack. So that's essentially what I did, and spoilers, that's the other book. Looks like they mixed them up here. So I got a 5-pack of Twig #1, and what I'll probably end up doing is going through these and picking out the 9/8 and send those in for grading, and then maybe take the worst one and give it a read. So this is my first in-hand copy of Twig, and I was very interested in reading this, but just really like the cover. Like I said, when you see like a cover A taking off, it makes sense to kind of search around, and really a lot of times these store exclusives for, I would say, smaller stores that have an online presence, it makes sense to do a little extra searching around online to find some of these stores, and check out their exclusives. Maybe they don't run exclusives all the time, every week, and so you can follow them on Instagram and so forth to get alerts. But very cool. Everything is packed really well. I'll take these out and grade them a little more closely, but they look to be in pretty good shape. So hopefully at least one of these are 9/8 candidates. And what I ended up doing is I found Nocterra #1 also on here, and it just so happened that Eric Henson, who did the cover for Nocterra here, also did the cover with Twig. And you'll see these artists, they start to build relationships with the stores, and often will be the artist for their exclusives. Nocterra has been optioned, And I really hadn't seen this cover before. I was looking for that Twig store exclusive. Nocterra #1 cover A is probably a $7 to $10 book, maybe $12. I was happy to get a store exclusive. Really like the cover on this one too. So I'm slowly becoming an Eric Henson fan, and like I said, these will just sort of linger on in these stores, and they've invested in the exclusive, so they have a supply of these. So I was happy to get these for $15 each from Surprise Comics. So there you go. A really nice little bundle of books here from Surprise, and really appreciate how the order was put together. And what I end up doing with stores like this is I'll bookmark them, and then just sort of keep them in a separate category of going back and checking every so often if there's a particular book that's maybe come out and it's been selling out, but it's a popular new release, and then you can find those store exclusives and grab some really great covers, and it helps support comic book stores that have an online presence, that are also a brick and mortar shop. So I'm always happy to do that as well. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Happy collecting, and see you next time.